If you follow the channel, you know over here I love telling the truth. I love giving the facts. And over here, just 'cause you get in my comment section and talk shit don't mean anything. One thing I learned about YouTube, the more haters you got, the bigger you get. So all you people that think you in the comment section, oh, you a sellout, you this, you that, you're helping my channel grow, stupid. You're dumb, you're confused, and you think by talking shit to me, it's gonna hurt me. No, I'm just gonna make more videos. I learned at a young age. When people are mad at what you doing, that means you're doing the right thing. And all I'm doing over here is telling the truth. In the black community, we are the biggest liars to ourselves. I'm going to say that again. In the black community, we are the biggest liars to ourselves. We will lie about anything. We lie about our mamas, our daddies, our kids, the facts that we can easily prove. We'll lie about it. Because for some reason, in the black community, the truth or doing good is a bad thing. Like growing up black, the smart kids was called nerds and picked on because they was smart. In the black community, if you become successful, you a sellout. Or you Illuminati. Or you soldier booty. You know how dumb that sounds? You know the dummies that's saying that? The losers. The people in the loser circle complain and talk the most shit. And here's a word of advice. Stop trying to give people who figured out life and doing better than you advice. Right? Stop trying to give me advice. I'm over here on YouTube. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I got merch. I'm good. I'm doing whatever I gotta do to build something for me and my kids. Talking shit to me in the comment section ain't gonna help you. But that's not what today's video is about. I want to give y'all more proof. Oh, you just bashing black people. No, I'm just giving you the facts. Let's start with our first reading. Regardless of social economic status, black communities face higher gun homicides. So what this is saying, it doesn't matter if the neighborhood is a good neighborhood. Because you know what? The niggas, NEGUS, is always going to show up. They're always going to be there. And until you start calling them out and stop being a scaredy cat or a wussy because you're afraid to talk the truth about your community, they always going to be there. Majority black neighborhoods have higher gun homicide rates than mostly white neighborhoods of the same socioeconomic status level. According to a new study published in the JAMA Network, opened by Wharton professor Dylan Small in School of Arts Science undergrads, whatever their names is, a senior research investigator at the Palomar School of Medicine, and David Hardin, a professor of sociology at the University of California, Berkeley, was also co-authors. Using data from the Gun Violence Archive and American Community Survey, the researchers found that among middle-class neighborhoods, the rate of gun homicides is more than 4 times higher in the neighborhoods with mostly black residents than neighbors with mostly white neighborhoods. You know why that is? It's more gun violence in the black neighborhood? Because it's niggas there. See, I ain't a nigga. My kids ain't no niggas. NEGUS. No, they not niggas. They're human beings that's American that happen to be black. See, some of y'all are niggas. NEGUS. That's what some of y'all are. There are several possible reasons for the disparity, including a lack of institutional resources and opportunities caused by the radical wealth gaps and underinvestments. And I get it. The writers of this article, they trying to blame everything on everybody. Just because you poor don't mean you gotta shoot somebody. Shooting somebody and carrying guns is a choice. Period. And if being poor was the reason we have all this violence in the black neighborhoods, that makes no sense because you had to pay for the gun, right? You didn't get it free. So what happened was when you got some money in your hands, you chose to buy a gun. See, everybody don't want to talk about the choices the black community make. They, oh, the white man this. No, it's the choices you make. Black families have systematically lower household wealth than white families, including lower home values, says Small, the class of 1965 professor of statistics at Wharton. In addition to their trends to be less public and private, invest in majority black neighborhoods. So, what that means is your black millionaires and billionaires, they not investing in your neighborhood. So all you people that keep getting in my comment section, I notice y'all missed the good points. Why isn't your black celebrities coming back to invest in your neighborhood? We know they invested in the white neighborhoods. They buying real estate in the white neighborhoods. They investing in those white stocks. Why they not helping you? Nobody want to help niggas. Nobody. Not even the niggas that made it and got out. Why you think successful black people, they move, they leave. They don't want to be around you. And it just seems like there's a group of people, black people in America, who clearly keep missing that. Little bug keep driving me crazy. But so Small says the higher gun homicide rates exist across social economical status due to America's history of radical segregated housing. The U.S. remains highly residential segregated by race despite improvements since the 1960s. He says besides residential segregation, reducing black individuals' social economic status by such mechanisms as inhibited wealth and accumulation through housing value and eliminating access to high quality schools or finding suggests that even among neighborhoods of the same social economic status, residential segregation may put black individuals at higher risk of gun violence. Once again, the reason why we have high gun violence in our communities is because of the niggas. N-E-G-U-S, the niggas. Has nothing to do with because they poor. It has nothing to do with low education because in that case, how do we have all these successful athletes? How do we have all these successful black millionaires and billionaires? They made it out of the same situations we in. So those are not good excuses to use for why black people are shooting up neighborhoods. Now, this one is a little older, but I just wanted to get the point. I wanted to suck the point out of it. From 1985 to 1991, the percentage of all U.S. households identifying crime as a neighborhood problem increased from 5% to 7%. According to the American Housing Survey, crime has become a particular neighborhood concern amongst black households. Crime has become a particular neighborhood concern among black households. And I'm going to read it one more time. Crime has become a particular neighborhood concern among black households. Ask what bothers them about their neighborhood. The percentage of all black households reporting crime almost doubled from 9% to 17%. Among Central City black households in 1991, 23% in crime was a neighborhood said crime was a neighborhood problem, up from 12% in 1985. So, yes, these are old stats, but it didn't get better since 1991. It has gotten worse. So do you think, so to all you people in the neighborhood, in my chat that be talking tough, the black people in your community agree with me. They tired of the crime. They don't want nothing to do with the crime. So all you talking shit, oh, you down in black people. No, I'm saying what the whole black community is thinking. We tired of you niggas. We want to be able to let our kids go outside and play. But we can't, because we have 4-year-olds to 14-year-olds getting killed at 5.0 per 100,000 people. That is minus 0.4 in the white community. So let's stop with the, you're downing black people. You're saying this to make money. No, I'm saying it because it's a fact. And I'm saying it because I want to help black people. I'm saying it because as black people, we have to acknowledge there's a problem to fix it. If you folks is you losers in the loser section, because that's what I call the comment section, the loser section. If you in the loser sections talking shit and talking bad about the person who's giving you the facts and giving you the truth and being honest with you, you ain't never gonna get better. You ain't never gonna fix the problems. I love being black. I love that I grew up in the hood. I love that I grew up in Springfield, Massachusetts. But it's getting bad. The crime is out of hand. Niggas is killing each other. We have to stop that. And you just a fucking retard. You're just a dummy if you're disagreeing with me. After a historic spike in homicides in 2020, murder rates in most U.S. cities appear to be returning to pre-pandemic levels. This drop has sparked some public attention as demonstrated during a meeting of police chiefs in February 2024 at the White House. During the meeting, President Joe Biden lauded investments made in law enforcement and community anti-violence initiatives during his administration in 2023. Biden said the U.S. had one of the lowest rates of all violent crime in more than 50 years. But the most striking fact about the homicide in the U.S. has been largely overlooked during such meetings. Black Americans are murdered at nearly 8 times the rate of white Americans. Young black men in inner cities are disproportionately affected. They are both the primary victims and predators of gun assault and homicides. Young black men in the inner cities are disproportionately affected. They are both the primary victims and predators of gun assaults and homicides. I'm going to say it one more time. They are both the primary victims and predators of gun assault homicides. You know, I'm just giving you the facts. So you can get in my comment section and talk all the shit you want. But the numbers say you niggas ain't shit. You niggas ruin everything. You niggas fuck up the neighborhood. Yeah, you niggas in the comment section trying to defend this madness. According to the CDC mortality data in 2023, there were 12,276 black homicide victims in the United States. The homicide rate among black victims in the United States was 26.6 per 100,000. For that year, the national homicide rate was 7.1 per 100,000 for white victims. The national homicide rate was 3.9 per 100,000 per 100,000. The black homicide victimization rate was nearly 4 times the overall homicide victimization rate, 2.6 per 100,000 compared to 7.1 per 100,000, and nearly 7 times the white homicide victimization rate, 26.6 per 100,000 compared to 3.9. The numbers is there. We dying double and triple as our counterparts, as whites, as Alaskans, as Spanish. We're dying more, and we're the perpetrators. But no, all you dummies in the comment section, no, you're just hating on black people. No, I'm telling you the facts, and I'm telling you it's time to cut the shit. I'm telling you the facts, and I'm telling you, you got a president that's gonna have your sons and your nephews and your uncles and your cousins that's committing these crimes locked up in foreign countries, and you may not never see them because them foreign countries gonna kill them boys. But you more mad at me than the facts. That's how the black community works. I'm mad at you because you smart. You a nerd. I'm mad at you because you a successful black man. You a Uncle Tom. You a Uncle Sam because you successful. Stop the bullshit. That shit won't work on me, folks. Because I always make sure I got the facts to stand on what I stand on. Now, once again, here's another old article. But the facts still remain. They didn't get better, they got worse. For the last year, a protest movement known as Black Lives Matter has convulsed the nation, triggered by the 2014 police shooting of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. The movement holds the police are the greatest threat facing young black men today. In fact, there is no government agency more dedicated to the proposition that Black Lives Matter than the police. It goes without saying the law enforcement officers have an infeasible obligation to treat everyone with courtesy and respect and within the confines of the law. Every unjustified police shooting of an innocent unarmed civilian is a stomach-churning tragedy. Given the appalling history of racism in America and the complicity of the police in the history, police shootings of black men are particularly and understandably fraught. But there's a larger reality behind the issue of policing crime and race that remains a taboo topic. Unless the problem of black-on-black crime is acknowledged, it is impossible to understand patterns of policing. Every year, approximately 6,000 blacks are murdered. This is a number greater than white and Hispanic homicide victims combined. Even though blacks are only 12% of the natural population, blacks of all ages are killed at 6 times the rate of whites and Hispanics. And mind you, this was way back in 2015. And we just seen in some of them articles, it was 6,000 blacks killed every year, right? In the 2025 article, it was up to 12,000 blacks a year. So the numbers ain't getting better. So you can get in my comment section and talk all the shit you want. It's not getting better. And you wondering why we got a president that's unleashing the police on us. Motherfuckers is tired. The black community that's doing good, they tired. They don't want nothing to do with this. The black death by homicide rate is a function of black crime rate. The national rate of homicide committed by black is 8 times that of whites and Hispanics combined. Black males between the ages of 14 and 17 commit homicide at 10 times the rate of whites and Hispanic male teens combined. But, oh no, you hating on your people. You're bashing your people. No, I'm telling the truth about my people. You may not want to admit the truth about your people. You may not want to tell the truth about your people. But I will. And until we recognize the truth, it's not going to get better. Because these white motherfuckers ain't going to make it better. They just going to lock us up. So you can either get with the program and acknowledge these facts and try to come up with solutions and answers on how we can fix it. Or you can just keep complaining. When Donald Trump lock up all the niggas in EGUS, when he lock them all up, you can just be complaining. But when you complaining, I want you to come back to these videos and say, damn, yo, he was trying to tell us, but we was too busy sucking our own dicks and scared to say that the black community has issues. Now, once again, this is 2019. But it hasn't gotten better since 2019. We know because we just read an article 2025 when it was up to 12,000 black deaths. In 2019, black people made up 12.2% of the U.S. population. Blacks, however, represent 26.6 total arrests, including 51.2% of murder arrests, 52.7% of robbery arrests, 28.8% of burglary arrests, 28.6% of motor vehicle thefts, 4.2% of prostitution arrests, 26.1% of drug arrests. Let's be honest, it ain't even that many black people in the world. It's only 48 million black people. It's 330 million white people. How the fuck is our numbers that high? Because it's a problem in our fucking community. Black residents also have the highest level of incarceration rates of any racial group. As of 2019, blacks was incarcerated in local jails at the rate of 600 per 100,000 U.S. residents, which is more than 3 times the rate for whites. Damn, this motherfucker don't want to die. Blacks, okay, which is more than 3 times the rate for whites, 184 per 100,000 U.S. residents. The combined state and federal imprisonment rate of black sentenced prisoners in 2019 was 1,096 per 100,000 U.S. residents compared to 214 per 100,000 U.S. residents for whites. Combined, do these basic data indicate that systematic racism exists in criminal activity? One interpretation of that is that black people commit more crimes relative to those of other races. Thus, they are arrested and sentenced to prison at higher rates. Let's run with this possibility. An alternative argument to explain the data is that there is a systematic racism at the point of arrest and sentences for the sake of brevity and to focus on commission of crimes. We will pause this explanation. Why does an individual commit crimes? We're not getting into why people commit crimes because I don't believe in why people commit crimes. You commit crimes because you made a choice. You made a decision. So, now let's talk about gun violence. More stats. For decades, gun violence has taken disproportionate and grueling toll on black communities, leading to tens of thousands of gun deaths and hundreds of thousands of gun injuries. The impact of gun violence on this community is particularly devastating for young black men. In 2022, so that's not old, 1 in every 67 black men ages 18 to 24 in Philly were killed or injured in gun homicide or shootings. Isn't Philly a black town? Didn't I tell you wherever the niggas live, crime is up? In Rochester, New York, it was 1 in 50 young black men. In Cincinnati, it was 1 in 44 young black men. The vast majorities of shootings in these cities and similar communities across the country are whatever the word is, but I know what the word is, but for some reason I'm bumbling, but a very small number of people. But the impacts of this violence are felt across entire communities, contributing to the generations of trauma and collective grief that have disproportionately affected black people. Importantly, gun violence in black communities is a direct cause and consequence of the systematic structural disadvantage of these populations. Research says the highest rate of gun violence seen today have been reported by past and present racial discrimination, including historical racial discrimination and disinvestments. As gun violence plagues these communities, it leads to diminished economic opportunities and lack of investment, creating a vicious cycle. This reality provides not only a strong impetus for action, but also reminders that solutions to this problem must be addressed to underlying inequalities driving gun violence in the black communities. So here what that article just said is, because all these gun violence people ain't coming and investing in your community. LeBron James ain't coming to the ghetto. Oprah Winfrey ain't coming to the ghetto. Jay-Z ain't coming to the ghetto to invest with y'all. So you can get in my comment section and talk all the shit you want. I'm talking the truth. I'm talking the facts. Maybe you don't like truth and facts. I know black people normally don't like Truth and facts. You can tell a black motherfucker, damn nigga, you ugly as hell. They want to fight. Damn nigga, you dusty as hell. They want to fight. Damn nigga, I'm smarter than you. They want to fight. Damn nigga, I got more money than you. They want to fight. See, in the black community, the answer is violence. It's violence. Oh, we poor and broke. Oh, let's go shoot some shit up. That's the dumbest shit ever. Go get a fucking job. Go work hard. Go bust your ass. Show up early. Leave late. Because those persons are the ones that always win. And remember, like I always say, the motherfuckers in the loser circle, the complainers, the blamers, the people that don't want to recognize shit, they are always in the loser circle. And they always gonna stay there. On this channel, I present you with the facts. I give you my opinion on those facts. And if you like how I do that, click that like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, click all, so you can get notifications every time I drop one of these videos. And if you mad at the facts, please be mad at the facts. Don't be mad at me. Cut the shit. That part.